I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. And we know that you're going to give us some rain eventually, and we thank you for what Marshall was presenting to us last night. We ask that you guide and lead us in today's decisions. These things we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Minutes of last week's meeting. Any changes, corrections? There are no changes. I will entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
No second.
Motion to approve and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. The minutes are approved as presented. First application this morning is Ken Carver, Unit 27, Block G, Lot 3. It's the new home site. It was tabled last week till we got some plot plans and information on the house and the location on the lot. You're Mr. Carver?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the meeting.
Thank you.
What is y'all's pleasure? Have you looked at
Do you have a contractor?
pardon?
Do you have a contractor?
A contractor?
Selling?
His name is Ernest Flores. He's
Ernest Flores?
out of Del Rio.
Okay.
My question would be, is there going to be a driveway?
Oh, yes. Are you gonna have a driveway at the end of the, where you come off the street onto your property?
I hadn't thought about that. It's, I guess at this point in time, I don't plan on one, other than just pull into the front.
Okay. Well, you know, it'd be a good time to go ahead and put it on this deal for approval if you have any idea at all.
Well, I really don't.
Okay. Any questions from the committee?
Yeah, it looks like he has actually a 20-foot wide area there on the right front. That's ample room for parking.
Oh, yeah.
I think the only question I was having, Mr. Carver or Mr. Walker, either one, have we had any luck finding the lot lines yet, the markers, steel pins?
As far as myself, the only one I found is on that far end north corner. There's this steel stake there that I found. We're planning on doing all of our measuring off of that stake.
Yeah, I think as close as the tolerances are on this one, it's pretty important
Yeah.
for the owner. That's
The contractor said that he would locate the one out next to the road and he would run a line across there and then measure off of that.
And there's been none found on the backside anywhere along there, Bob?
We went out to, our map over there is messed up. We went out and found pins yesterday, but it's the wrong line.
Oh, wrong line? No. Is it close to where he's at though, where he can measure off from?
Asphalt or concrete construction?
No.
Low water crossing, Mr.
CCNRs for Unit 27 call for a driveway. Shall be granted an encroachment easement to connect a driveway with the street pavement. Such connection will be asphalt or concrete construction.
Do that as part of the CCNR?
Okay, we'll put one in.
You think you might wanna locate one on here now then?
Yeah, well, it sounds like it. 'Cause I've gotta get this thing done.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Uh,
Most of the units have, in the CCNRs has for off-street parking.
Off-street parking is
Yeah.
required.
And,
Well, how about if we just come off of the the south line, from,
Next to the water tap,
yeah, from over there, and then make the setback from that south line, well, 5 feet, and how wide's that drive have to be?
It doesn't
It
specify.
doesn't
doesn't
say.
specify.
that's up to you.
Okay, so we'll make it 10 foot wide. And I'll do the 5 foot setback and then a 10-foot drive.
Okay, would you like to come up here and show me on this plat? This is our, kind of our official plat. This is 4 Clark Road.
Yeah, see, I come from a 5 foot setback here, and then make it a 10-foot
Only
drive
Yeah, if he puts a car
down
on
in the
it.
front of the house.
Just water meter though.
Does it have to be, what's the setback, 10 feet or 5 foot on the side?
Well,
5 foot on the sides,
Oh, okay.
10 foot on the back, and,
Okay, I'm sorry.
so,
All right.
Because if he decides to cut it. Okay.
Wouldn't have to worry about the sideline.
Okay, and then this here would be 5 feet. And that'd be 10 foot wide?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The area that you're in probably there's no ditch there, so it probably.
That's correct.
Wouldn't require any culvert, but you'd be required to slope the driveway in a manner that it would naturally drain across that driveway.
Okay, yeah, no problem with that.
That's pretty level with the streets in there, ain't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, so, if I remember right.
Yeah, but you don't wanna create a driveway that's
Oh, no.
gonna drain the water back to your back to
true.
the mobile home either.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Do we have to have driveway specs?
you mean the concrete, the thickness and all that
Yeah.
stuff?
He may be going with asphalt.
You can go.
You know if you're gonna use asphalt
No,
or concrete?
I'll use concrete. It'll be
Okay.
standard driveway thickness, whatever.
Normally that's sort of like 3,000 PSI concrete.
Okay.
6x6 wire mesh, number 6, or you can use fiber mesh too.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to probably list that
Mhm.
on the building material list. Well, I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, it's up right down and back to something.
Yeah, one of those. I don't know what I did with my truck. Oh, there it is.
What was that number on that PSI?
3,000 PSI.
20 plus Driveway's 10 by what?
26?
well, no, it won't be 26, yeah, yeah, up to the front of the house. 10 by 26.
I'll second Russell's motion.
You mean do the motion? Okay, we have a motion for approval and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Permit's granted. You can pick up your permit sometime. What's a good time to tell these folks?
It's probably after
After lunch?
Yeah.
After lunch?
Yes, sir. At the front office, and it'll be the, what is it, total fee on the permit and the square footage, habitable area? And is the water meter paid at that time too?
Yeah.
Okay. They will have all that
They'll have all
information.
that up front.
And make sure you display your permit prominently out where it can be seen during construction, please.
Oh, okay. All right, that's all I need, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
Next applicant, Ida D. Holly, Unit 31, Block A, Lot 3. Chain link fence down property line.
May I say something about that?
Yes, ma'am.
I have lived here since 1994,
Yes, ma'am.
and we've been paying on that lot. I cannot use it. Never have been able to use it for years until my husband died, because the Adams would park their cars and trailers and everything in.
Uh-huh.
And so then I decided to come up here and get the permit for the fence so that we could use that lot. Anything I plant out there, the deer will eat. They're not supposed to eat those plants. They eat them anyway. I'm trying to protect my property. I want to make it pretty. I want to have a vegetable garden. And I want to keep the dogs out of there. And the horses, because I had horses the other day. And, you know, it's been a real pain on the side. You know, it's just really bad. And I need help, so I'm here to plead with you. It'll only be in that third lot, which is, to this day, has not produced a thing for me yet. And I've just been paying on it.
You're fencing this one lot off there.
That one lot in the front, and then I'm coming back to the house, so that it won't be
It'll be
in
a
front of my
jag.
house.
I was gonna
They're
say,
jagging it.
well,
That's what the.
well, according to the CCNRs, you can't put a 6-foot fence out past your front property, your front house line. So that's why, are you lining it up with the front of where the house will be?
No, it's gonna come back.
It'll come out towards the street more, or
No, back towards the house.
back towards the
Joe,
house?
will you tell him where it's going to go?
It's going to go across front property line, from one property line to the other property line. At that point, it will go towards the back, to the front of the house, and then come over to the side. Thus, in fencing in the whole property, except for in front of the house.
Okay, so on the front property line, you're saying behind the setback?
No, ma'am, the property line.
You're saying all
The
the way
property line.
out to the street?
To me, what?
All the way out to the property line.
It asks for a variance. Is that not stated on there, a variance?
Yes,
You don't see
You're
that?
ask- Yes, you're asking for
Okay.
a variance,
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, you read the CCNRs on your unit?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
we
I
have also been driving around and seeing other people have
Wow,
had,
but,
you know.
I've
So
read the
I was
CC.
hoping that maybe you could help me.
Yeah.
They still drive as far as they can on my property just to go in their lot, and you know, it's aggravating. I don't need the aggravation. I'm saying, please.
But it's gonna be just a chain link fence all the way around.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is a continuation of an existing chain link fence.
On that
side-
one
on the
side,
lot,
yes.
yeah, right.
I wanna use that lot.
Well, where's your property line from street edge? Is that,
From the street edge, the street as defined in the CCNRs, the street edge is the property line.
okay,
As it physically is, the pavement is 20 feet from the property line.
and where are you putting the fence up to?
On the street, on the property line.
Which is away, it's 20 feet away from the road that's there.
The physical blacktop, yes.
Yes.
See, any of those streets aren't paved, is
Now, I know.
platted.
That's why I was asking, because usually that's the property line where the street is. And that's, okay, that would be, according to this picture here, you would be basically 20 foot out past the front of your house is where you'd be putting the fence across.
And it's actually from the front of the house is 30 feet because this house sits back farther than the setback line.
Yeah, my house is
Okay,
far back.
I just going to one.
Okay.
On the picture here.
Well, the draftsman drew part of it and I sort of sketched in. I'm not a draftsman. If I could, I would like to point out that there are a lot of variances on the fort. A few of them that we have documented that are in Unit 31 is Unit 31, Fort Clark Springs Block B, Lot 10 and 11. Henry Garcia has a fence on the property line, a 6-foot wooden fence. I have pictures. Unit 31, Block B, Lot 1415, Garland Young has a carport built 12 feet from the property line. Unit 31, Block C, Lot 8, Fernando Romeo Jr. has a house built 12 feet from the setback line. Unit 31, Block C, Lot 9, Helena McBride has a home built 12 feet from the property line. I have pictures. I'm asking for a variance to,
Yes, yeah,
Not a blanket
no,
permission.
it's not blanket. Variances are not blanket coverage, it's application by application.
And it has to
assuming
pull-
we're all on the same level, that why would someone be privileged to do something when you can't guarantee the others to do it?
Well, and
Well,
you'd have to pull the folders to find out if a variance was ever granted on
that's
those.
right, and,
Doesn't necessarily mean, it just means they may have done it without a variance.
Exactly, they could have done it.
In which case proper action should be taken if that's the
Right.
case.
These have been up there for years.
that still doesn't mean they were done.
Oh, I do not disagree with that, and I don't know whether there is a variance made or not. I'm just showing you what
I understand.
we have observed.
It's just for that one lot. It has
I
been a
understand that
real
too.
pain. Just trying to protect it. I tried to sell it. It didn't sell.
I can understand frustration if your neighbor's parking on it.
Yes, and you can see through the fence, it's not a private.
Yeah, it's chain link fence, so I
Yeah.
don't see a problem with, causing any hazard in terms of can't see around as far as traffic.
Exactly, it won't block view.
Any further comments?
I guess the one comment would be if we continue to just grant variances, we ought to just do away with setbacks. Because they're not,
Yeah, in some cases, that's true.
you know,
You take the RV parks for, that's a perfect example.
every time that we grant a variance, we're just adding to the problems that we already have.
I would think, in terms of setbacks, I would think the most important one, of course, it depends on construction too, I think, but the most important one would be size. So that you're not right up on top of your neighbor if you're building a house or think that would be more important than, and I guess it would expand on the same thing on the back if you're up against the neighbor's property.
Well, the setback requirements are put into CCNRs or deed restrictions for fire protection. That's in order to get fire fighting equipment between structures and also keep the structures separated to prevent the fire.
That fence will have double gates, huge gates.
Right.
They can get in.
I kinda go along with the lots that you've quoted there, cited, you measured and checked. I'd like to see if there was variance ever granted on any of those, for what's there, or if it was done illegally before we make a decision on this. I'd like to know that personally, so. And I think the committee needs to know that.
Yeah.
So, if you wanna give us a copy of those lots and stuff, and we'll
He's
check
got
it out.
pictures.
Well, we'll still check it out, see if there's any variances granted on those at any time in the
Well,
past.
assuming there has been no variances granted, what is the action?
If there's not, then they're illegal, and we'll have to see what we can do about it. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
But
Okay.
what are y'all going to do? Are you gonna make somebody tear down the garage?
No,
I mean, it's
I'm just
easy.
curious, it's been brought
Yeah.
up
No,
about variances.
well,
I know.
Fernando's house on Cook Street,
I
we
know
did
there
grant a
is.
variance on that.
We granted the variance
We-
on
we
that.
did-
Well, some of them, I'm
variance
sure
on that.
there has been, but that's not the point. I'd like to see how many of them have and haven't.
The one that he's talking about on Henry Garcia, that's really his side lot line, because his house
But it's
faces both
frontage,
ways.
it's
Excuse me,
frontage.
that is on a frontage street.
It's
It is-
his backyard.
It is drawn on the plat plans that the 20-foot setback is all the way around the block. There is nothing to do with backyards, side yards, or nothing.
We just need to check and see if variances have been granted.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Because, you know, like we say, variances is an individual one-on-one, it's not a blanket for a unit. So,
And we're not trying to
No,
pick
no.
on these people, we just,
I understand that, but
we want what's fair and equal.
we're just trying to satisfy everybody on committees that everything's been done the proper way, okay?
Yes, sir.
Make a motion to table this one until
Can we keep this?
Yes, you can
back up?
keep it.
Okay,
till we can determine if these other,
okay. We have a second on that?
Would you like the pictures too?
I'll second that, but I
Okay.
just have one more question. You said that property line is actually 20 feet from the road?
From the blacktop, from the physical blacktop, yes,
From
sir.
the blacktop? Okay.
Okay, there's, you know. Okay, we have a motion to table and a second. All in favor, raise your hand, and we'll check this out this week and get it back next week. Thank you, Joe. Ida.
Thank you, sir.
Next, order of business, here we go. Steve Giblin, Unit 27, Block Q, Lot 11. There he is. Welcome, Steve.
Howdy.
You want to cover existing back porch, put a roof over it,
Yes, sir.
or the steps, or whatever you had, I guess it's porch, ain't it?
Mhm.
Okay.
I've been by there and looked at it with Steve and Phyllis, and it's, everything he's wanting to do kind of falls in line, and he's got a materials list.
Well, he's got the setbacks and, side and. Is that gonna be 2x4 rafters, 2x6?
I was thinking going, just making my beams 2x6 doubled up, you know,
Oh, okay.
header beams, and then 2x4 rafters, because it's only a 16
It's short
foot.
distance.
It's only a 16 foot left to right
Okay.
span. It's only 6 feet front to back, so there's not any weight on it. And I'll put them on 18-inch centers.
Composite shingles, it says.
Yeah, it's gonna match the trailer house roof. They got them over there at Lowe's, the exact same ones that I used on the front porch. Composition.
before treated?
And I'm gonna use 30 mil roofing paper instead of the 15.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna flash between the house and the roof, and then of course drip edge around the outside. And we'll stain all the new stuff to match the existing porch, as far as the wood goes.
Okay. What's y'all's pleasures, ladies and gentlemen?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any motion to approve, the second, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Permit's granted. Next application, Ray Winchell is, what's Butcher Block, huh? Oh, he wants to install a French drain system on the side of the building.
Water damage.
It kind of sits below the grade of the street.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
the
the
street
problem.
built up.
The building actually belongs to the fort.
The building belongs to the fort?
Belongs to
It's
the
a restoration.
association.
Oh,
Yeah, got preservation, restoration fee,
That's their next project, I think.
and 4 phases.
now,
Phase 1.
he's doing this personally, or,
No, Moreno,
I mean,
the contractor, the one that did Shatner Hall. That's the big one. Oh, I didn't contract.
okay,
I know, so two of
this,
them.
okay, I see what it says here on the restoration committee. Restoration. Everybody knows what a butcher block drain, or a drain, French drain is. Well, to be honest, I didn't know until this morning what it was. Somebody had to tell me.
Fair enough.
This is something that little building drastically needs, or we're gonna lose the foundation, so.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to
Motion
approve.
approved.
I'll second.
The second? Motion to approve, the second, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Permit's granted. Next application, William E. Olson. Has he got 2 applications? I guess he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, he
Okay.
does.
Green area adjacent to specialty lot 16, he's wishing to plant some live oak trees on the green area. Yes.
And he already has a green area usage.
He does have it in
in
his file?
effect,
Oh, okay.
Because when he put up his historical marker and then he planted some, they made a request of, I don't remember what, something else out there. He already has that in place.
I knew they had to have an application in their file for from the board statement that. Actually, I guess we might as well go ahead and do them both at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Because the other one is, on lot, unit 3, lot 64, he's also wanting to plant some trees in the green area.
The only question I would have is that because it's a green area, I would suggest that Big Test be contacted. Make sure there's no electric lines, sewer lines, water lines, gas lines, et cetera, buried under the ground.
Do you know if he, on this area, this is a separate area from where he's at, right?
No, it's other unit 3.
This unit 3, does he have a
I'll have to check on that and see.
permit?
Is that one that runs back to the paint alley? 64?
It's over there some, it's along there someplace.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
But how they gonna water? They're gonna water.
Well, let's go ahead and do this first.
Okay.
Well, since he's already got a, waiver in this file for this. I'm planting the trees on the specialty lot, green area.
I so moved.
Have a motion? Second? All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, that was granted. Now on this other one. I would think he would need one of these waivers for.
Yeah, well, if there's not one in the file.
Yes.
A number of those lots in Unit 3 had, already had, going back years ago, had permission or whatever, to use the green area for different things. But it probably wouldn't hurt to have a new one signed by him for the purpose of planting, planting the tree. So we need him in to sign that.
This one.
Do we need to do that before we do
You
this
just
here?
planting one tree?
So it says here, it just looks like one tree, plant one tree.
Down kind of in the center of that green area?
Yeah, there's a, mosquito, green area, I think.
This is brush here, then this is here, where the equipment is down right here in front.
I would say approve it subject, go ahead and approve it subject to him signing it.
Sign the
This
permit,
one,
or
this is over in Unit 3.
Again, I think we ought to get
Yeah.
all the details, because
Right.
they don't tell them what's on
That's
the
just
ground.
a,
War
just a
bond.
good
Yeah,
idea.
but all
I
that,
think this goes back.
a lot of it's buried underground.
all that electrical over is underground, ain't
Electric Unit 3 is,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know what, Mud's water lines may be running through there, or phone company, or who knows.
Yeah, 'cause they have the phone lines in the back, and of course it's butane,
Yeah.
propane tanks too, but that doesn't mean it runs across the property.
I would say both of them need to be checked out, I would think.
Well, maybe we ought to table this thing till we get verification that there's nothing buried under there that they'll be digging into.
Well, somebody's gonna have to call them and set up appointments. That's the way it works, you call this 1-800 number,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they send representatives out to check
Yes.
they won't all be here at the same time.
Yeah, and
I
let them
understand.
also check the water lines.
And they'll have to
whatever.
be, yeah, right.
Yeah, we went through that up yonder, so.
But I would think he would do that,
Yes, he would have to do that.
and I guess we could say, approved, subject to his bringing back leak tests, or whatever you want to call it. Clearances.
That's up to y'all, whatever y'all decide. I personally don't have it all in hand before we approve, just in case they do run into a problem. They do find something there that,
Yeah, if we approve it, where does the liability lie? With the person
That's
that
right.
approved it, the person digging the hole?
right, that's why I'd rather have it all in hand before we give final approval.
Okay, so I thought,
There's only maintenance of them, but that's not, that's only after the issue, so.
Right. What's y'all's pleasure?
I'll make a motion, we table till we get the information.
Okay, we have a motion to table this till we get all the verifications on this.
Is this just the second one you
Unapproved.
Yes,
agreed?
exactly.
Huh?
gonna have
The
to
second
unapprove it.
This is the
No.
second one.
Oh, second one,
No,
okay.
no. The first one's all right.
Okay.
This is the one in Unit 3.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion to table it in a second, all in favor? Okay, table until we get verification and we'll get him to sign that variance too, I guess. Whatever.
Green area usage.
So now,
Yeah.
is that house clear down the end down there?
No, it's in the middle, Unit 3 or something.
No, this
This
other one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
communication
on
building,
communication
kind of
building.
behind the Patton House back
Okay.
there.
Okay. Reports.
Well, the only new business is I hoped you'd go over these amended applications.
Okay, y'all all got a copy of the recommended new permit applications?
Looks pretty good.
You need to take them home and study them and see if there's anything you want to change, or, to better it or whatever. And then next week we will decide on if this is the route we want to go.
this will become a packet.
This will be a packet, yes.
That's why I stapled the letter separately so that it doesn't keep coming back to us. They get to take that, keep it with them, you
Okay,
know.
yeah, this is what we would need
You'll
back.
get that back and they'll
with
keep
this
that.
information, basically.
Yeah, you did an excellent job on this.
I think it's very easy to read. You just pick it up and
Space there too.
Okay?
Also, my question for you is the mud manager, this wouldn't come to us signed yet? Or would it? Because I know that there was some rules changed last time we met that, MUD had to approve this plot plan first and then us, or we approve it first and then it goes to them?
I went down there and actually talked to the manager down there and said that it comes to us first for approval.
Comes to us.
And on that, it must show the location where the water's gonna be, where the sewer's gonna be, and then I guess they put that in their files.
Okay.
But it comes to us first approval, then it goes to them for approval.
But then, okay, if somebody's doing an underground sprinkler system, it has to go to MUD first.
That's right.
Is that
Yeah,
correct?
this is only actually
Yeah.
new
Right.
This
New
is
construction.
New construction.
New
right.
construction, yes,
That'd be water and sewer taps.
yes.
Yeah, because it says
Yeah.
any new.
Yeah.
Used to be the other way.
Yeah, it used to be the other way. You had to go down there first
Mhm.
and come up here with it. A few years ago, they changed that. Okay, any,
I wrote a note there regarding the slab that also we talked about that resolution or that change there, 84, or 85-4, that wasn't on this original application, so it was an updated
That's the one that talks about the steel and the,
Right.
Do you know about that? So that would be good to go underneath the new mobile home for the slab, because it's kind of out by itself, might be a
Okay,
little
so what you're saying is moving this down to,
below number of cubic feet
okay,
and
gotcha.
not highlighted anymore, it just,
Yeah, it's part of the mobile home requirement,
Yeah.
well, plus it wouldn't. Is that a generalized slab,
yes, sir.
so that it would actually go into some homes,
Yeah,
right? So it wouldn't be strictly a mobile home thing?
Yeah.
no, it's, yeah.
so it could still be its own
Yeah,
highlighted
yeah,
section.
yeah.
I think
It could
just
have a
stay
house-
where it is.
You're not on
Yeah,
off of the
that's
driveway.
for frame-built houses.
Mhm.
Yeah, most houses out here though.
Yeah. Most mobile homes, all you have is pier and beam and whatever.
Mr. Herman brought in one of these, and we had kind of talked about changing sections and moving around so it would flow, and so that's really all I did, is just space it out, let it flow, and added those example sheets I think will help. Oh, and made it more obvious they need to bring in more information. So, I don't know, it makes it easier for me to explain and to understand, and trying to keep it kind of a fail-safe format so that the front desk can really kind of guide them through it, and then turn them loose with it and say, okay, this is,
It's up to you
everything
now.
you need to know should be here, and then make it not so scary by a little letter saying, we're here to help. It's not, you know, you're not trying to make it difficult. Oh, street address and 911 address.
Well, street, yeah, well, street, because to me, you know, we get the unit block and lot location, but
EMS,
some,
street
it
address.
doesn't, yeah, what street are you on?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's nice to have this
When they
information
give
for
us
us.
the application, they don't put what street they're on, it's just everything but.
Well, just tell
Block
me,
and lot.
all right, you might put the street address and then EMT address, because they're two different things. The old street address was unit and lot number.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but that's.
Well, that's where
another
Matt
story.
set it up originally, but, and then since EMT come in a few years ago,
I understand that, it just
So
didn't
we
make any
need-
sense to me, but that's okay.
but if you could have them both there, then there's no
Who's got
doubt.
the number for EMT, EMS?
Or EMS, yeah.
Now, who's got the numbers? I mean,
But-
I mean,
Well,
I know
county-
I got one, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, it shows up on your MUD bill.
Yeah, look at your mud bill, it'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Okay, 'cause I don't even.
I've got the numbers on my house, 117.
I actually
Airport
think
Road.
that we ought to encourage, and that's something you could do in the newsletter, is encourage people to remove the lot numbers and whatnot. The
Yes.
only number that needs to be on the house is the
The EMS.
EMS address
So
number.
then we need to have that.
It's
on this
confusing.
That needs to be on this application also. You can have both
To-
on this, but
To let people know that displayed on the front of their property, it shouldn't have the lot and.
Their
Is that what you're
proper
saying?
address is the EMS
Should be
number.
the only
It's
one.
not the lot and the units and all of that.
Basically, that's the official address anymore.
Exactly,
I
it is.
think we need to have both on the
That's
application
right.
because our maps in here
Right,
don't
yes.
get EMT numbers.
Yeah,
And to
right.
find their
Yeah.
file.
Yeah, no,
That's what I
just
said,
a
we need
notation
both.
in the newsletter to
It
the
says
effect
Forts,
to make
Property
it easier for
location, unit,
EMS.
block, and lots is still there.
Yeah, it's good on the application here, but I'm just saying, in general, people on their houses should
Right.
only have their EMS address posted.
So street address and then EMS address.
It's hard for
Right.
EMS when there's an emergency, you know, if they can't find the house because, you
Yep.
know, the numbering system is so confusing.
Okay, anything else, Keystone Hour reports?
I did ask Randy about the, we talked last week about the trailers parked up by the old RV park, and he was gonna look into that. So I turned in the license plate numbers and found out the name of the person who owns it, but as far as that goes, he's gonna get back to me on what they'll do there and who owns that or who should have the jurisdiction over that, so.
That cargo trailer at the RV park was moved.
Mhm. Yeah,
I don't think they left, did they?
Yeah, I don't know. But I know there's construction going on the corner in 38, when you come into 38, that first one on the left, and I don't see a permit. Did we have a permit on that construction?
That's Burleson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's-
Mhm.
they don't have it posted.
Where is that?
That
Unit 30?
first,
It has a permit.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. But what
Yeah, they just
she's
don't
saying
have
is
it
it's not-
posted.
It's not
It's not
displayed.
posted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
maybe
we
someplace.
need to encourage these people to display their bread permits.
absolutely.
It's on the letter.
Seemed like when they started out though, it was posted.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, but I agree, I haven't noticed it.
All the rain washed it away, right?
Yeah, I said that happens even with the big boys.
I think it's anything to
Yeah.
amend.
You have anything for us, Janelle?
Just had a couple of reports, on Mr. Quist, with the hangar out there. I've been in conversation with him over the last month, I guess. He was down here in February and met with a contractor out of, Del Rio. Was planning on, had essentially brought this is what his plans were, and essentially this is what the house would look like. While he was down here, and I know he's telling the truth, because I talked to the contractor, during the time he was meeting with the contractor, he got a phone call, from somebody in his family, and they had taken his wife back to the hospital with more cardiac problems. So he immediately left and went back up there. I had an email from him, I guess it was last week, and he was wanting something with the contractor, Mr. Segutter from Del Rio, that he wasn't gonna be able to do the work or something with his company, I don't know for sure what it was. And he was wanting a list of like house builders or who we would recommend. And I responded back, we didn't really recommend anybody, but we provided him like a list of ones that did, home construction. We couldn't recommend one over another. But apparently does plan on, just as quick as he can get back down here.
Yeah, he's got it staked out on the lot where it's.
Is he aware that he has to apply for a building permit again?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yes,
All
yes,
right.
yeah, he's aware
So
of
that
it.
doesn't run out a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, way a long time ago.
He's got it staked out on the lot, and he's done a lot of cleaning around there.
That's what he was doing when he was down here, and then he got the call and had to go back.
Well, I talked to him just a minute while he was here, but I didn't get, too much information.
Okay. The other one is, that's terrible to get old or mature.
The other guy.
The other guy with the pond, pool.
Oh,
Mickey.
Mickey.
Hubert, okay. That's at the title company, so I don't know how quickly it's gonna be closing, but it is at the title company. I checked with Nancy right before I came in here. So all that'll be taken care of.
Got the other
Encroachment
lots.
straightened out?
That's what's taken so long, but it's the title company waiting.
The other two lots were taken
Mhm.
care of.
Just kind of been a long drawn out thing on it, but
That's good.
it'll be taken care of.
The storage unit behind Colony Road, where do we,
That's another one that I brought up with Randy, that he was gonna get back to me on.
Okay,
It's
that,
still there.
okay, the guy had given it to someone, the man that purchased that property had given it to someone, and they haven't come and they had some problem or whatever, they hadn't come and picked it up, but it's going to be picked up. He's giving it to someone.
Is he has the name of the person that bought it, or is it Randy
No,
that?
he's just he's just the man that owns the property, I
Said
can't think
it's
of his
not.
name that bought it, yeah. And he just pulled it out now, and he knows if he's going to, I mean, he's been very good, he was gonna remove a partially dead, I think an old ash tree in his yard. And he called down here to find out if that was okay to even remove a tree from his own property, so he's, tries to do seems to understand that we've got guidelines to go by on most everything, so. And we've got annual meeting coming up on Saturday.
Somebody's gonna get you.
It starts at 10 o'clock, registration coffee at 9:30.
What about Gannett? That old office,
Okay,
junk.
he was just sending, and I were talking about that, she is sending out a letter giving him like, I guess, 15 days or whatever, or we'll go through the steps of, essentially evict, if you will. I mean, not him, but the eviction thing. He just, then go ahead and do something on that.
You have anything for us, Mr. Bob?
Can't think of it.
Okay. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen? Motion to adjourn?
Wait,
Oh,
I have one.
Okay, what?
I think with spring coming on and all people planting trees and mowing areas and things like that, it might be a good idea to post in what's happening at Fort Clark, our use of the Greenbelt area. I think it was really great of Mr. Olson to apply for a waiver application to play in that, but everybody's not aware of that.
Yes.
There's gonna be a lot of that going on with spring coming on.
Yeah, anytime you wanna do something to the greenbelt, you need a waiver.
Next
I've
thing
got
you
one in
know,
my file for mine.
next thing you know, you'll have cabanas and
Yeah.
tents and everything out in the green areas.
You're right. Maybe put that in the newsletter or something, or?
Is that a?
It's just a separate, little green area, form that you fill out.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn? We're adjourned, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, one other thing, I don't know how many of y'all have been here long enough, Glenn Seaver,
Oh.
some of you still remember, he
Passed
passed
away.
away, yeah.
He lives in